Good morning. How are you? I've been good. It was a little bit of a busy week. My mom, she had some dizzy spells because she suffers from vertigo. So I went for 2 days to help her out there, but she's feeling much better now. And but otherwise, everything has been good except the heat. The heat is. It's ridiculous, and August is usually the worst time, the worst month for the heat. So we'll see what's going to be. Our July was really bad as well, but August is usually the worst. So we'll see how it is now for the second part of the month. My eye is still tearing a little bit, not much. It's much better now. It's still tearing. I got a few suggestions on the latest video, because if you haven't watched the latest video, something happened to my left eye, and it was swollen and dry, and so I don't know if it was an allergy or something bit me. But it's still tearing a bit, and one of the suggestions that I got is castor oil, which I have been putting the last 2 nights, and I feel that it is doing something. Last week I put chamomile tea. I made chamomile tea, and I was cleaning my eye with with cotton that I dip into the chamomile tea, and even putting the bag of the tea bag on my eye. And that actually really worked as well. I remember that from like an old-fashioned recipe that they were doing in Serbia, but probably in the rest of the world as well. And that calmed my eye down as well. But another lady also said to look at my makeup, which I know. I know that actually makeup is, my face is quite sensitive to makeup. And I don't know, is it because I don't use it often? So maybe I should, because I tried different ones. I tried good brands, I tried makeup from pharmacy, and it usually happens, with my left eye, and my left nostrils starts running when I put makeup on. It's like my face, because it's so not used to it, goes like, what the bleep is this? Take it off. But I'm thinking, if I maybe wake up every morning, and after I have my coffee and brush my teeth and, do the morning stuff, every morning I go to the bathroom, put my tinted moisturizer on, and put mascara on. That's something I would like to do. I wonder if my face would get acclimatized to makeup and not react like that, because it's not a difficult ritual to do, but I know that it's something that would make me feel good. Because when you work at home, since I work at home, from home, and I love my home, I don't like to go out much. But this is another tangent. I don't even have it in my notes. But when since I'm at home all the time, I end up staying in my pajamas all day long, and no makeup, and so it's not, even my makeup is not strong. Even when I go out, I don't cake stuff on my face. I don't put anything too much. But it would be a nice ritual, I think, that, when I wake up, I do that. Just something for myself, like put like a gentle tinted moisturizer on my face, and maybe a bit of mascara. And let's see how my face reacts to it. Maybe that can be my challenge next month. So as far as challenges. I wanted this month, I'm still continuing, if you see that I'm making videos every week, which I'm quite impressed with myself, and I'm happy, I'm proud that I'm managing to do them every week, and it hasn't proven to be difficult so far. The only thing is sometimes I'm thinking like, oh, do I have enough to share? But you know, this is everyday life, this is real life, so I'm sharing what I have, and who wants to go for a ride with me is more than welcome. And a lot of you say that watching these videos feels like you're just visiting a friend, like you're sitting in my living room and like we're having a coffee together, which is really, really nice feeling to hear. I really appreciate that, and I like that the videos have this kind of effect on you. So I did continue doing the videos every week. We'll see how long that continues, but as far as I'm concerned, I would like them to continue from now on indefinitely. And one of the ladies, when I said that I might do like tutorials on the in and out raglan, and one of the ladies said, oh, you could even make it as paid, as a subscription based. I was thinking for a while to have like a subscription based part, whether it's Patreon or YouTube memberships. But first of all, the in and out raglan, if I do those videos, that's not going to be behind the paywall, because since I have offered you that for free, the recipe, then even if I do the tutorials, I want that to be available for everybody. So once I get around to it and I offer the tutorials, because it does take time, I would have to really record every step of the way, I'm not going to have that behind the paywall. If I decide to do something as memberships or Patreon, that has to come organically, meaning that if I start having more content than I'm already sharing once a week. So if I see that I'm having a lot of content that I cannot put in one episode every week, and something that is more private or some of my private thoughts, then maybe I'm going to have. But right now in this moment, I'm not in that place. I don't have more than what I share with you. So there is nothing, there is no memberships or Patreon for now. And if I do the in and out raglan, at least the basic version, that is going to be here on YouTube and for free. So wow, I spoke and spoke and spoke, didn't even cover anything that is on my list. So that's why I think you say that you feel like you came to a friend's house for coffee. So as I said, it's been really warm. And basically the time that is the most bearable in the height of summer is early morning, when I think you saw some footage that Mario took from the beach the other day when he went. Mario, when he wakes up, my husband, when he wakes up early in the morning, he tends to go for a walk on the beach because we're only 3 minutes away, and he really enjoys that. And then there is an outdoor gym if he chooses to stretch or do some exercises, but the walking is the good part, and that's such a good practice to have. However, I'm not a morning person at all. And even when I wake up in the morning, I usually hate it. I don't like that part of the day. I like the evening part, especially in the summer. The moment the sun starts going down, I start waking up, and that's when I start I liven up. And I start doing my things. Even in university, I used to study during the night. Like my mom and my sister, I remember they told me that they were studying in the morning. That was their thing. However, my dad and I, we would, let's say, prefer to sleep during the day and then wake up in the middle of the night and study when the house is quiet. That's when our brain is the most active. So I like the evening. And this is when I do a lot of chores. I do the main one in the very morning, the one that I don't want to do normally. So as soon as I wake up, I kind of get that over with. But then the rest of the chores I do in the evening, and then I swim. Not every day, but this is something that I would like to make it as a challenge for me, to swim in my pool every day, because there is really reason not to. I mean, we have it right here, and when I have it right here, I take it for granted, but it's an instant cool down. You just jump, it's instant cool down, and it's a good exercise, even though the pool is not large. But when I'm in the pool, as long as I'm not touching the floor with my feet, whether I'm swimming stationary or back and forth, it's still exercise. And it exercises my whole body as well. I do have some other exercises that I do. I'm not going to get into that now. I'll show you another time. But yeah, that's what I would like to start implementing. Small challenges. Selma from Little Big Knits. I learned that from her. Instead of having like a New Year's resolution, this year she's setting herself monthly challenges. And I thought the idea is brilliant, because you don't get overwhelmed. You get to try different things, see what is going to stick, see what is not, see what you find the most benefits in. And like this one that I set myself a monthly challenge for June, that I think it was June, that I'm going to upload every week, sorry. And I'm still doing it, and it was just like something, I made that as a rule for myself, and I continued. So I think those monthly challenges are excellent. So I think maybe swimming would be introduced in that, and maybe some other forms of exercises, and maybe putting makeup on, that gentle makeup on every morning, just to kind of make myself feel better. What I've been working on. I haven't been working on much. I did finish one of the socks that I was making, that I was knitting from Drops Flora and Mohair. So one of the socks is ready. I didn't do the heel because I still have to decide on the size, and I'm doing the second one now. So I'm holding Drops Flora in this green. I have a lot of it, and this mohair blend on cone. So those two together. So I'm making these socks, and I'm not sure, they're probably going to be a present, but I'm not sure really for who yet. So I've been doing that, and I did a bit more work on the other sock that I showed you from Drops Nord. Oh, the other one, did I say it's Drops Nord? No, the other one is Drops Flora and Mohair. This is just Drops Nord, which I really like. And last time I just started it, but I'm working on this sock. However, sorry for my nails if they're a bit chipped, but I didn't do them for a couple of days now. And I see that the nail polish is coming off, so I will probably do it today or tomorrow. So I worked a bit on that, but then because I wanted to continue working on all these projects that I showed you last time, that I have all the whips, and I wanted to kind of start on it, take one by one and slowly start finishing them. However, I did cast something else on, and that goes completely against everything we spoke yesterday, but there is method to my madness. I have a birthday party of a very close lady, a woman, and I wanted to make her a shrug, because a shrug, Saturday shrug, Friday shrug, it's a tube, 1x1 tube, that was designed by Jackie Rose. And I think it's just perfection as far as the fit. It's such an elegant, I have one here to show you. I showed you many times, but it's such an elegant kind of model of a garment or an accessory. So simple, and very easily, you can gift it very easily, because there is no sizing. You can just kind of estimate the size of the person, just add a few more stitches or reduce a few more stitches. So it works like that. I love these things. I love them. I have a few, and I think I'm going to be making more, but I love these things. And I have a striped one, and I have this plain one, and I have another black one. And Jackie actually came up with the new, recently she came up with the new, only actually last week, with the new set of patterns. It's called the Shrug season. I think I'm going to link it in the description. I bought it just yesterday, and I looked at it. It's great. I think it has like 6 or 7, but don't take my word for it. I think like 6 different shrugs, and she tells you you know, how to stripe them depending on the look that you want to get. I just glanced at it, so there is, and I saw that there are video tutorials, there is introduction and how to do tubular cast on and tubular bind off. So check it out. I'm going to link her new pattern in the description. But I'm making the first one, the Saturday Shrug, right now as a present. And when I told you that there is method to my madness, that it's not really like a new cast on, that I had this piece of fabric that I was knitting something on last year or earlier this year, and I didn't like how it came out. And then I just kind of had it there sitting just randomly, and then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start using it up. And it's beautiful color, and now I'm holding it with this tweed lamb's wool as well. So I thought I'm going to use it up, because even though I'm casting on, the method to my madness is I'm tidying up. So this new cast on is actually me tidying up my living room, because this was sitting there permanently for the past 6 months or so, and now I'm using it, and then it's going to be gifted and it's going to be out of my house. So you see, can that be called tidying up? I think we should start something new. Like one time when I said that I don't want to dust, I don't feel like dusting, and one lady, she she commented, she goes, don't worry about it, she goes, dust protects the furniture. I love that. So now you see, I'm knitting from my stash, and that means I'm tidying up. So this is so far how much I have. Here you go. Ooh, this is my stitch marker that I made from resin, and it's really lightweight. I was so pleasantly surprised, because there is a substantial size to it, but resin is really lightweight, so it doesn't snag on the yarn at all. And I will tell you more about the stitch markers in later on, but I want to show you this. So I marked, because the shrug is supposed to be 50 centimeters, so I put the stitch marker when I did 30 centimeters, because this is how my ruler is, 30 centimeters, 12 inches. So I put the stitch marker there. So now I can just use the same ruler and measure another 8 inches or 20 centimeters above the stitch marker, and I know that I'm done. It's coming out really quickly. I mean, I think this is 3 days of knitting on 4.5 millimeter needles, and I really like the fabric that I'm getting. It's holding 3 yarns. So there is a green fingering weight yarn, then there is it's all shades of green. So there is a fingering weight yarn, there is cashmere and cotton yarn from Lana Grossa. I think it's called Cashmere Garzato. However, I don't think they have it anymore. I don't think, when I tried to buy it again, because I have it in black, in this kind of chestnut color, and in green, I don't think they have it anymore. But it's a beautiful cashmere cotton base. So I held those two together for this initial fabric, and now adding this lamb's wool tweed, which is kind of making it even darker. The fabric that it creates, I really like. So I'm gonna have quite a bit of this fabric left, And I'll see, maybe I make another one for myself or as another present, or we'll see. And I'm thinking, because it's a close person that the birthday is, that this is a birthday gift for. I'm thinking also to make her, because I bought her costume jewelry kind of bracelet similar to this, but not like this, but this kind of size. I bought her a jewelry bracelet, and I was thinking to make her a pair of earrings. That would be nice as well. These are the earrings that I made. You never saw me wearing one of my earrings. I showed you a ring before. I can't see now whether it's focusing. I hope it is. This is from natural black lava stone. I hope that it's focusing really, because when I edit, I'm going to see, because I was looking that way. Otherwise, if it's not, hopefully I'll take a picture. I'll show it to you another time. So I'm thinking, since I have the bracelet, then this shrug, and I can make her a pair of earrings now. I think that's a nice present, and that's pretty much what I've been working on since we last spoke. Not that much, but enough. Just I've been focusing on other things. Now, the other thing that I was focusing on, and this is really exciting for me, I opened an online shop, and this is something that I wanted to do for a while now. And when I say online shop, I posted some items for sale. This is not going to be a proper business, because I do have my work. This is just going to be a place that when I make some things and that I'm ready to part with, because when I paint, I have trouble separating myself with my paintings. I don't have that issue with fiber things that I do, because my fulfillment comes in actually working with these things, spinning the yarn or knitting or just working or weaving. But then when I'm done, and I'm okay if they leave me. So that's why everybody, a few of you were saying, you know, how generous I am, that I'm giving all these gifts. Yes, I see how modest I am. Yes, I am generous. Oh my God, I think I have to edit that. Yes, I suppose I am generous, but it's not as difficult for me to give the things that I make, as long as I know that the person receiving it is going to appreciate the handmade quality of it and the time that it took. And not just appreciate it towards me, but also towards the item, in how they're going to take care of it, and the rest of the stuff that goes with it. So I'm completely okay with making things, making yarn, making shawls, making hats, socks, whatever it is, and giving them away or selling them in this case. And it took me a while to kind of make that click in my head to put some for sale. And I did, and I put a lot of stitch markers as well. And this is the first time that I'm announcing it on YouTube, but I did announce it on Instagram as a soft launch, basically. A couple of days ago, I said, look, I created a web shop. And the reason why I said that, because I needed feedback from people, because this was difficult for me. I mean, you put this artistic brain in front of the computer. Even though I'm a trader, I trade charts, but I see patterns in charts. But with this kind of like, connecting this card, this account, Stripe, PayPal, moving, this was not easy for me. For somebody that might be very, very basic, but this was a learning curve for me. And I was sitting in the morning, and I was working on it, and Mario goes, how is it going? I said, not good at all. I said, I think I deleted my whole blog, which I did. And then what I did, because I somehow deleted everything that I had previously on my blog. I managed to save because I had it saved separately, the in and out raglan recipe. And what I did now, I have created it as a product with a downloadable PDF, but with the zero price, so it's free. It's still free, the same like it was on the blog, but it's in the form of a product, and you can download it. You know, you put it in your shopping cart, whatever, download, you check out, and you're not going to get charged, but you are going to get a downloadable link for the PDF. And one of the ladies, she contacted me and she said, do me a favor, please put your name or your logo on the pattern, which I didn't have until now. So I did correct that. I said, thank you, that's a good idea. So I did correct that. So now you have it available. I'm going to link my website at the beginning. You have it available as a PDF download, free. Okay, so yes, on the shop, in the shop. So apart from the In-N-Out raglan recipe, I have put a few things that I made. I have put quite a few stitch markers, and that time when I wrote on Instagram, I said just basically to get some feedback. Within a day, all of the stitch markers have sold. And it's not that I had that many, because most of them are one-off pieces. So there are individual pictures for each stitch mark, for each set. But they all sold. And then the next day I said, look, in case you missed it, I added a few more, but I'm going to announce it on Saturday's video. So I added a few more, and a few more sold. So I have to see how I'm going to be going about that. But I'm very proud to say people seem to like them. So I want to show you some other ones that I don't have them right now, actually, as I'm talking, but I will put them for when this video uploads. And these ones, I actually will have more than one in the shop. Not a lot, I think like 5 or 6 pieces together. But what I wanted to show you is that this is how the set looks like for this particular one. So there are 4 stitch markers that are made with natural shells. Is it focusing? Is it? I think so. And then, as a set, a resin progress keeper. If it's not focusing, I'm going to put a picture. So this is one set. And at the moment, this is, I think, €20. And what I really wanted to do is I really wanted to offer free shipping worldwide. Now, I'm still testing it. It is free shipping worldwide. I hope it's going to be feasible, because I still have to see when I start sending them and how much it's going to cost me everything to send. But I really keep my fingers crossed that it's going to be feasible, because this is one of the things that was important to me. I wanted to have a free shipping, free worldwide shipping. So as it stands, there is still complimentary worldwide shipping. So these are the ones that I'm going to add for when this video uploads. But the reason why I wanted to show it is because I'm going to have it under one item, but they're all a little bit different because of the handmade quality of it, as well as the shells as well. I mean, they're natural produce. I mean, so they cannot all be exactly the same. So I'm going to have a picture of one of the sets, but please have in mind that even the resin pieces and the shells, they are going to have some variation in it, which I suppose you're used to, I mean, with hand-dyed yarn, because none of the 2 skeins come out exactly the same. But I'm going to be able to post only basically one photo of it. So I'm going to write that in the description of the product, but that's what I wanted to show you. I have also put, and already two sets sold. I like to create sets like this, what I told you, as a present for my friend, you know, a shrug, a bracelet, earrings. Well, in this case, what I wanted to do is create a set of hand spun yarn, 2 skeins, 50-gram skeins of 2 of my hand spun yarns to match a set of stitch markers. And I had 5 of these sets, and 2 of them already sold at the moment of this recording. Basically, it's these 2. This one is Coriadel. This one is Coriadel Merino and Baby Alpaca. 50 grams. I don't know the yardage because I don't have the measuring tool, which I might get in the future. So 50 grams of Coriadel Baby Alpaca and Merino. And this one is Baby Alpaca Merino mohair that I applied with mohair and polyamide blend. So these 2 are in the set, and the stitch markers that I have created to go with that are these. Yeah. Oh God, I hope I cannot see if it's focusing, but I hope it is. Otherwise, I will put a picture. This thing makes me really happy, and I got the boxes and everything, and stickers for the tissue paper and all this. I feel like a kid playing all over again. So I'm really excited. So yeah, there is a few more left at the time of recording. I don't know. So that's the one. But if you, okay, so there are a few things. If you like, obviously hand spun yarn is going to be more expensive than commercial yarn. There is really not much I can do about that. And even as it is, I'm trying to put the prices as low as possible, considering that this is, and for the shawls that I'm going to show you, the wraps, the hand woven wraps. Considering that this is not my work and that I don't need to make a salary out of it, I'm okay putting the prices that don't completely represent my time. However, they're still going to be higher or even much higher than commercial products. So by all means, do not, if you cannot afford it, and do not buy it just in order to support me. This is not where my money comes from. This is just what I'm doing because I'm enjoying it and for fun, and I would like to share it with you. But that's why I have many different things. So I'm going to have hand spun yarn with stitch markers. I'm going to have more expensive items, and I'm going to have stitch markers which are pretty much affordable for everybody. So you support me anyway through watching, through liking, through subscribing and commenting. Buy these things only obviously if you feel like you need to have them. So that's my spiel on that. I don't want to kind of like push the products onto you. Yeah. So, but I was looking at the website of Lovecrafts, and I saw, if you like these 2 and you cannot afford the hand spun, or it sells out and it's not available anymore. I saw on Lovecrafts from Cascade yarn, I think it's called Woolpaka. It's alpaca and wool blend, and DK weight, obvious, and right now it's on sale, and obviously it's much cheaper than this. They have in exactly these colors. So I'm going to put the link to that yarn in the description. So if you like these, and either it's a bit too expensive for your liking or for your wallet, or it sells out, check those out. And when I saw them, I was like, oh, these are like the ones that I made. So you could buy, and they're on sale now. So I'm gonna have more hand spun yarn in the future. I just have to get organized because this is so new to me. I'm still I'm putting products little bit, a few here, a few there, so I don't get overwhelmed. And then when they sold, I packaged those, and then I uploaded a few more. So I'm going to package those now. So we'll see. We're gonna work with this. We're gonna work through this together, and you're gonna help me out with your suggestions and feedback. So that's the yarn sets, and I put the 2. I already know that I was going to put the wool, the hand woven wrap from handspun yarn. You already know that. I showed it to you before. So this is also on the website for sale. And I put another one which I didn't show you. Let me just fold this one. I put another one which I didn't show you that I made, but this one already sold. So, but I'm still going to show it to you. This is very similar to the one that I have sent to Diane from the Island Lamb podcast, because she loves these colors, and she was going through a rough time at one point, and I made her a shawl, and it was also her birthday around that time, which I wasn't aware, and I made her a shawl in similar colors to these and sent it to her because her whole house is in these aquas and blues and whites. This is something similar that I have made, and it's going to Canada. My dog is coming again. This is another thing. The one lady, she said in the latest video about Sunny that they would like to see Sunny. Sunny, you want to come here? She's terrified of camera, and for some reason, she's a rescue dog, and even though she's been with us for 12 years now, she, for some reason, is terrified of camera. So that's why you don't see pictures of her on Instagram, or you don't really see her on video, because I see her whenever I take the camera out, she moves and she goes somewhere else. Or, you know, and I don't want to put it in her face because she starts trembling. So if you get a glimpse of her, you know, good luck. But I don't record her for that reason. Back to the wrap. So this one I have made, my warp is usually commercial because of the strength. However, with this warp, I have even dyed some of it in order to match my hand spun. So I have dyed these parts with food coloring, and these brown as well, and the white I have left just undyed. So those I have used, I think it's Rigid commercial, and the rest is my hand spun yarn. So the white is merino, the brown is a mixture of alpaca, coriandel, and merino, and some of the turquoise is only merino, and some of it is merino and alpaca. So here it is. But as I said, this one is sold and is going to Canada, I think. The one that I didn't put on the website, and I will put it, I will, is a scarf that I made. So I think I'm making a commitment that I'm going to put this for by the time this video uploads. Is a scarf I made. This is merino and alpaca blend mostly, but mostly merino. And this is, I think it's the first time that I'm making a scarf. And I really, really like this one. This was originally going to be for Amy Palco when I was going to Edinburgh. And I was thinking of the colors that she would like. And just, it was more of a mental exercise. I was like, okay, these are the colors that she would like, so let me make her a scarf. But as I was making it, as opposed to when I gave her my hand spun yarn one time, a couple of years ago, that was completely intuitive, meaning that whenever I sat down to spin that yarn, I would think of Amy. She would pop in my head. And then, you know, the first time I didn't think anything of it, and the second time, again, I would start thinking of her. By the third time, I thought somebody was trying to tell me, this yarn is not yours, this yarn is Amy's. So I sent it to her. I mean, I said, I was just the vehicle. This yarn wanted to come to you, I told her. But when I was making this scarf, it was more of an intellectual kind of like, okay, I think she will like these colors and I'm going to make it for her. But then this intuitive thing came and thought came. I was like, no, that blanket, that crochet blanket that I just finished, that's for her. So I gave her, I didn't even finish this scarf, and I took the blanket for her to Edinburgh when we went. So I finished this recently, and I like it. I'm gonna show it to you, how it looks. So here is the scarf. Looks kind of weird with short sleeves, but here is the scarf, and you can see the length of it as well. Again, the warp, which means the tassels, that's commercial, and the rest is my hand spun. So I'm going to take pictures of this, and I'm going to, I think I've been looking a lot in the viewfinder so I can see how things look. Sorry about that. So I'm going to take pictures of this, and I will put it on the website in case you like it and you want to buy it. I think this making scarves is maybe a better way to go than making the big wraps, because it's still very effective the way that it looks. You get the handmade quality. It's still a substantial product, but because it's thinner, I can actually charge less. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, I'm not producing 1,000,001 pieces. It's just whenever. I'm just thinking out loud here. So I'm going to have those stitch markers on, and extra, I mean, with some other stuff as well, and this, which hasn't been on the site yet. It hasn't been offered for sale yet. And there are other stitch markers as well, but they're mostly one-off pieces. And what I wanted to, let me see, I have two more things that I want to say. When I told you that I'm going to start answering questions from that video in September, I think last September, that I asked you for you guys to ask me many questions. So I'm going to be answering them every once in a while, a few. But it seems very appropriate with this episode to address the weaving, because quite a few questions were about weaving and my journey and how to go about it. Now, I do have one video that I have already spoke about that. I think the video is titled The Goats Came for a Visit, because we had a herd of goats in front of the house. So I'm going to link that video underneath, where at the end of the video I go through my looms and I show you what looms I have. I think I tell you where I bought them from. But that, you know, do your search depending on which part of the world you are in. So you don't have to pay customs, because I did pay customs. I ordered them from UK. So I tell you basically at the end of that video, I show you my looms. I tell you some of the tips and tricks that I found. So you're going to find a lot of information there. But as far as my journey in weaving, I think it was the second episode of the channel that all of a sudden I said, you know what, I want a weaving loom. And, you know, it seemed crazy because I have so many toys. And I thought, like, I want a weaving loom. And I got a weaving loom. I think by the next episode I got a weaving loom. And the warping is a bit tricky. My first warp was a bit tricky. However, I followed an Ashford tutorial. I'll link that as well. It's for their Rigid Heddle looms, which are the ones that I have. And after the first time that I made a mistake, I had it kind of like wrong way around, and I warped it that way instead of the place where I'm going. So I had to rewind the whole thing. I think that was the mistake that I made. It's quite a few years ago now, so I don't remember fully. But the first one was interesting. However, by the second time, I really didn't have a problem. I think that if you're interested in weaving, this is a perfect, because rigid heddle looms are quite inexpensive. Obviously, weaving on them takes much, much longer than on the floor looms or table looms because of the shuttle, and also the manual kind of, beating of the fabric. But if you want to start weaving, that's definitely something that I would suggest you look into. Just basic rigid heddle looms, and you can refer to those videos for warping, and you can refer to that other video of mine that I'm going to link, The Goats Came to Visit, for some tips and tricks and showing you what sizes I have, because you are limited to the size based on the width of the loom, and I say all of that in that video. I'm going to finish this video with because I didn't take any footage of me weaving these three things, the two wraps and the scarf. I did of me ironing them the other day. I think I'm including that in this video, but I did find the footage of me weaving the wrap that I made for Selma from Little Big Knits when we went in November to Barcelona. I think it was November last year, and I made her one of the hand-woven wraps shawls, and I gave it to her there, and I did record that, but I never posted the footage. So since we're ending on weaving, I'm going to leave you with some of the footage of Selma's shawl wrap, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. 7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. For our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just